this video I'm gonna show you my trip from Hanoi to Danang. On our first day we decided to visit a museum, and this one was all about ancient sculpture and history of central Vietnam. And after that we tried to take a little walk around city center, but unfortunately we got in a huge downpour. Obviously we got cold under the rain and decided to take a lunch, and luckily we found this spot and it was super nice and cozy there, and the food was really tasty, so I definitely recommend you this spot. And kind of spontaneously we found this bright and colorful corner on the same street with this cafe, and took some nice photos there. And in the evening we finally made it to the beach, and it was so nice and refreshing walking along the sea at this time, and there were almost no one around. On the next day we headed to Marble Mountains, and we started with a cave temple hidden deep inside the mountain. It was pretty cool there, humid and a little windy inside, and such a nice experience after the heat outside, and the whole place felt so mysterious and authentic. And after exploring the cave we decided to hike all the way to the top. The views along the way were incredible, and reaching the top was even better. From Marble Mountains it took us less than 1 hour to get to Hoi An. And Hoi An felt like such a cozy little old town with colorful buildings and tiny streets. And we even found a little cafe with a rooftop, so of course we went upstairs to take a look. And later we took a little boat ride and spent about half an hour seeing the city from the water. And there were just the two of us in this boat, and our driver also gave us these little lanterns to make a wish and release onto the water. And then we just cruised through the glowing streets of Hoi An and headed back home to Danang. On the next day we decided to take a little trip to Hue, and we went straight to Imperial City. It's a huge ancient citadel with palaces, temples, and courtyards spread across the whole complex. And some of the buildings are absolutely preserved, while others are slowly falling into ruins. So we spent hours just walking around exploring the different buildings and courtyards, and at one point we went inside of one of the palaces. Honestly, this citadel felt like stepping into another world, and if you have a chance to explore central Vietnam, you should definitely go to this place. It was already getting closer to lunchtime, so we decided to head back to Danang. We got back pretty late, but instead of staying in the hotel, we decided to spend the evening in the beach club. On our last day in Danang, the weather was finally perfect, and we headed to one of the city's most famous landmarks, Lady Buddha. It's a huge statue stands on a mountain overlooking Danang, and we walked around the temple complex, took some photos, and just enjoyed the view. And the whole place felt incredibly peaceful and quiet, although it was definitely quite touristy. And we even found a reclining Buddha nearby, so of course we had to take some silly photos. And after that we finally headed to the beach, where we spent the afternoon swimming, having cocktails and just enjoying the sun. And that was exactly what we needed after such rainy days. Later that evening we went for one last walk along the beach before heading to the airport. And somehow we caught the most beautiful blue hour, and everything around us turned deep blue. And later we found these tiny cars and drove around Danang for a few minutes. And that was it. It was time to go back home.